Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnan Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shlitva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is at Dakshineshwar in his own room. He went for a bath to Ganga, returned back, and after the bath he went straight to the temple of Kali, where he offered flowers at the feet of Kali's image, put a few flowers on his own head, now and then, and started meditating. We have seen this earlier in the last class, what is meant by offering flower to oneself or keeping a flower on the head and doing the Manasa Puja. The impersonal and personal aspect to bring together, meditated upon. Now when we speak of meditation, we meditate in the heart. In Hinduism, any devata is raised to the highest level of existence, always. The one indivisible ultimate reality. When we go on seeing one substratum, if there are two or multiple, now so many objects are there. What is the common substratum for all these objects to exist? It is space. Because space exists, all these things are existing. Space has given room for every object to exist in it. Every object is pervaded, and because space is there, this is there. If space is not there, it is not there. Nothing can exist without space. Everybody, and its existence is there because of the space. Now this space which we view, pervading the object is just a name and form. The substratum is the manifesting as that with that name and form. If we see anything here, because of my identification with this bodily existence, I am seeing two here. Otherwise, there is one reality, including my bodily existence. Exactly like dream. In dream, I am seeing a dream world. Dream world, what is the substratum? So many objects. I am also there, he is also there. All people are there in my dream. What is the common substratum? The substratum is mind. In mind, the dream has appeared. Dream, whatever you see, was name and form. One tiger I am seeing, tiger form is there, tiger name is there. But what is the content? Mind. Except mind, nothing is there in the dream world. There is nothing. It's a kalpanika jagat. It's a meditations. Mind has created a world, including my existence there, my bodily existence. My body is also mind there. My real body is lying down in the ground somewhere. And dream body is mind's creation. I identify with that. The moment I identify, the world looks separate from me and multiplicity is seen. One mind appearing there as many. What is the substratum of the dream world? Mind. Name and form are just manifestations in that mind. Mind has become tiger, mind has become man, mind has become pain and pleasure. whole world is there of mind. This mind, the content is mind, only what is there is name and form. Name and form is the only thing there, except that nothing is there. Name, nama, rupa, kriya, if you remove, this is God. Just like in dream was created by and is presentation of the mind in various forms. Here, in place of mind there is God. God is presenting himself as universe, and my bodily existence also is he in his form. With his Maya Shakti he presents the world. He himself also appears as the avatara to help these people to wake up from this dream also. And that is done by his own power. His own power makes him appear in the world also. So this whole scene, when I see any object, if I can see the substratum, dream world, I'm seeing a tiger. What is this tiger? Mind. Mind is projecting here as tiger, there as man. Two different items I am seeing of the same mind. A mind, then you are seeing reality when you see the mind and the tiger. Otherwise, tiger only if you see, you are in a dream. If you see mind as tiger, then it is real. Mind has taken the form of mind is there. Mind is reality. Mind as tiger. So whenever we meditate upon any devata, be it Rama or Krishna or Christ or anybody I meditate upon, it is the ocean of Ch.10, in that each jiva is a ripple, each form of God is a wave. Wave and ripple, that's all the difference. Wave can carry the ripple, can lead the ripple back to the ocean. So this, if you see Rama without the Ch.10 behind, ocean behind, it is an imagination. When you see the ocean appearing there as Rama, it is reality. Like in dream, how do I see mind appearing as tiger? Mind appearing as man is reality. Tiger and man are only forms alone. Reality is not there. So here, if you see, always when we meditate, it's Ch.10 Sagara. He is the ultimate, he is the one reality. He is appearing for me, for my sake as Rama, for my sake as Krishna, for my sake as Durga. So only for the jiva's sake, all these things happen. So whenever we see, whatever we see, in whatever way we see, we have to immediately remember the divine God in any aspect, whether he is Father in the heaven or the all-pervading God with nameless, formless existence, or Saguna, Nirakara. Some of the religions have the God concept as with form, but without form and with qualities. Guna. He is compassionate, he is merciful. He is this and that, but he doesn't have form. He has gunas without form. So, all right, doesn't matter. Behind that stands the absolute existence. Otherwise, it is an imagination. It remains as imagination. It doesn't lead to the reality. I want it to lead to the reality. It is, suppose I think of God as Rama, and then leave at the imaginary level. I have so many things to gain through that. I get some kind of psychic security. I feel oh, God is with me, things like that. I may be able to devote my time there, but I won't be able to transcend the nature and enter the transcendental reality and know the truth, absolute truth. When I take Rama as the Ch.10, that's why we put the term Om Rama, Om Ramaya Namaha. So when I say Om Rama, it always means, Om Rama means a God in the form of Rama on this earth. So always when we meditate upon, whether it is Kali or Durga, it is the ultimate reality from where the universes appear and merge back, jivas appear and merge back. The source and culmination of whatever, all that exists. Then it is reality. So it leads me, ultimately makes me transcend the nature and enter into the reality. So Sri Ramakrishna is meditating, when we say he is meditating on the Ch.10 as Mother Kali as the Ch.10. Oh, the absolute ultimate, where we all merge back, where this entire universe is going to merge back. From that, again there will be Srishti, the creation. Again there will be sustenance. Again there will be retraction. The cycle of Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya eternally goes on. So Kali appearing and merging back in the Brahman. Now, this, when we come to the physical level of our meditation, we meditate in Guha. The meditation is done when the flower is, Manasa Puja is done, Bahir Puja is done, making God to manifest in the object I am going to worship. Manasa Puja is done with God, with the form, Rupa. With Rupa in my heart, I am doing. And Ch.10, I am keeping a flower on my head to make me understand this name, and behind this name and form, the nameless, formless existence, eternal, unchanging reality exists. Unchanging reality, and that reality is bliss absolute, peace absolute, Ch.10, bliss, peace, love absolute. So it is bliss, peace, love absolute. Ananta Ch.10 Sagara, Ch.10 Sagara. It is Ananda Sagara is coming as the Atma Rama, as the Rama in my heart. Now, when I meditate on Kali in that way, I am taking the infinite, eternal, infinite. There is one. Infinite means there is one without a second. Infinite, eternal. There is no time. It is not time bound. Time appears and disappears in that existence. So, Ch.10 Kali. That's why Kali's image is always kept on the Shiva, Shavarupa Shiva, to again and again remind the Ch.10 behind, which is immovable, prime mover. It moves the whole world without itself moving, unmoved prime mover. So this aspect of God within that we have is the most one thing that, and when we meditate, how do we meditate? Is the way in which we need to finally enter into the transcendental realm. So, uh, now we see meditation is when we always take God behind, the absolute behind the relative. When we see with form, with the formless is behind. The ocean of Sachidananda, the Kali is appearing. The always Kali stands on the Kali is dynamic aspect of this creation, the whole universe, whole existence, the transcendental and relative, whole existence is shown together. The absolute existence and relative. The universe appears in the absolute, and this universe is relative existence, in which it appears and disappears is the absolute existence. There are two existences, the absolute and relative. Relative is this universe in which it appears and disappears, is sustained in, is the absolute, unchanging, eternal reality, the Brahman, and this two together is Kali's image. The Kali is dynamic, this is dynamic aspect, that is absolute, eternal, static, the Brahman. So Brahman, the Shiva represents the Brahman, the Kali represents the relative existence, the dynamic aspect and the static aspect. These are brought together. Same way we meditate upon the absolute behind as the substratum and the God with form in our heart. Another point we have to remember in meditation is when we see the thing, when I meditate in my heart, I start going inward. It is an inward journey. Hridaya Guha, the innermost core of my being. I am accustomed to identify with my bodily existence. To see God in the form within, I limit myself in the bodily limits. Now, in this body, how to accommodate that? Suppose I am meditating on Sri Ramakrishna, how to meditate Ramakrishna in my heart? If I see Ramakrishna such a big human level also, I can think of Ramakrishna as so small on the image or anything in my heart, all right. But how to think of the Ramakrishna, real Ramakrishna in my heart? And what am I? So this identity, to break the identification with the body, just like you enter into the dream, immediately you see you are entering the same place where you enter into meditation. But the moment you transcend body and mind, all limitations break. Even this space and time of this universe breaks. There is no space and time of the world when you enter into Chidakasha, space of consciousness. So you are entering into a realm different, unrelated to this world, beyond. So when you enter into, first begin with the imagination of Sri Ramakrishna's picture. How will you think, just like in normal world, how Sri Ramakrishna would be moving about? Suppose you think you are sitting on the bank of Ganga at Dakshineshwar. Some sound comes, so footsteps comes, sound comes. You turn and see Sri Ramakrishna is coming down with one of the devotees. How it would be? He is coming down. Step by step he is going to the Ganga. putting the Ganga water on his head, bowing down to the mother, uttering some shlokas within himself. He's muttering something, taking the water. He's sitting there for some time and he's getting up and coming back. He looks at you, you get up and bow down, and then he walks ahead. How it would be? Actual reality. What was the size of Sri Ramakrishna? What was the space? When you imagine, bring the whole picture of Sri Ramakrishna with all the things as they are. Just like you are imagining your childhood days or school days when you are sitting in a classroom, the teacher is taking some class. How will you think of the teacher as small, so small in your mind? Brain is only this much. In that brain, will you think of your master as this much? No. It is not limited. Your imagination is never limited by your brain size. Because mind is vaster than the brain. It is subtler. Similarly, when you are meditate on the reality, as if it is happening really, as if that person is sitting. It will break the dimensions of your bodily existence. Don't limit yourself to the bodily existence and inside, outside. Inside, outside also will go away. In the first beginning, to turn you inward, to make you leave the body, separate yourself from the body, these things are given as exercise. Once you enter inside, there won't be the limitations. Just like when you imagine, there won't be limitation of time and space. Space also doesn't, brain size will not affect. It is vast size. So, whenever you come across, when you sit for meditation, don't limit yourself to the Hridaya Guha. You are entering through a Guha and suddenly opening into a vast space. You are entering the Hridaya Guha, no doubt, but it is opening into the infinity, beyond the limitations of your bodily existence, beyond the limitations of this universe, such a vast universe, so many planes of existence. All this is small thing in that space of consciousness, Chaitanya. There you meet Sri Ramakrishna in the heart of your hearts. So when we think Sri Ramakrishna is meditating, it is a reality. But once you start clearly visualizing, if you are able to visualize the living presence of God with form, as if He is sitting there, you are able to talk to Him with the same bodily size and all that. Imagination has broken down your limitations of bodily existence. You are seeing Sri Ramakrishna and inquiring Him, talking to Him, sitting by His side, sitting at His feet, feeding Him, and you slowly are coming out of the limitations of time and space. You are growing beyond. So here you see imagination is turning out to be a physical reality. And from this physical reality, the way in which He responds to you, how you converse, how you talk, how you relate yourself to God, all this slowly makes this imaginary image of yours into a reality. You start feeling the living presence of God. From the living presence of God, slowly emerges the reality. There the manifestation of God, because it will slowly start taking you to deeper and deeper level with your relationship and love as predominant engine. Your love is binding you now. You are becoming more intimate with your Ishtadevata. The love that binds, the more you love God, more you love that form, you will see that more of the divinity is manifesting through that bodily existence. That it was imaginary, and slowly you are becoming consciousness. You are becoming conscious now. Your consciousness is observing. The mental limitations are going away, and you are slowly the intellect filled with Chaitanya on your side, and on the slowly you are moving to deeper and deeper levels of your own being, forgetting the body, forgetting the karmendriyas, entering into Manomaya Kosha. All things smoothly happens without your knowledge, and the moment you touch, the consciousness touches it, it becomes alive. Just like from inside, consciousness is touching, Chaitanya is touching this bodily existence. So this body is alive. Even when I am asleep, the body is alive. Because one of the aspects of consciousness is continuing to exist in it when I sleep also. So this is the way in which we meditate on God. Slowly, how we withdraw, how we go inside, how the image becomes so intimate and loving, and how it starts sliding deeper, taking you to the deeper level where you are entering into the space of consciousness where you see the real God. Chidakasha. From Manomaya Kosha, you enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha. In the depths of Vijnanamaya Kosha, you will find the space of consciousness, Chaitanya. Chaitanya, the touch of Chaitanya, there you see God, Sri Ramakrishna, as the real Lord of the universe and the beyond. So this is how the meditation, he kept the flowers on his, put on the flowers and meditated. What is that meditation? How can I do ourselves this? Is like this, that you are going to see the form within yourself as reality, not as reality, is reality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.